Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right, we're rolling.
All right, guys, we are going to do our top 30 Alfred Hitchcock films. Very exciting. This has been like what, a 2-year-long journey for us?
At least.
Almost, yeah. So this has been fun. This has been fun. Obviously, you know, we watched a bunch of Alfred Hitchcock films back to back, and then we sort of took a little bit of a break. But before we start this, because this is a 2-person video, I wanted to sort of just let you guys know where you can get some of these Alfred Hitchcock films at, because there are a lot of them.
A lot.
But one of the sets that we have is the Alfred Hitchcock Masterpiece Collection. It comes with 14 of his films. They're all beautiful. I mean, the transfers are great. It comes in this awesome set that has like all the artwork and everything. One of my favorite box sets that I own. And then,
Me too.
oh yeah, it's artists together
Yeah.
because we're married. Ha ha. And then there's another one, Alfred Hitchcock Collection. This one has Dial M for Murder. This is the 3D version. Well, it also has the regular version too. North by Northwest and Strangers on a Train. So if you get both of these together, that's already 17 Alfred Hitchcock films. The rest you can get on Criterion. We just found on Blu-ray. I know Kino Lover has a couple of them. And we ended up getting 30. We ended up coming across 30. So that's why we're doing our top 30 Alfred Hitchcock films. So since you're a guest, I'm going to let you start. I do not know her list. She knows my list, but I do not know her list.
I don't have it memorized. I've just seen a rough outline.
Yep. And we're also going to be drinking,
Yep.
which we are over 21.
Yep. We have a child now, so. Alright, to start off, number 30. The Man Who Knew Too Much. What, the older one?
19. Yeah, I think 1935.
1935.
Well then, number 30, The Man Who Knew Too Much, 1935, I think. So,
Ooh.
no, not for that. We should be clapping for that.
Well, we got the same one.
Hey, we
together.
got the same one. So, all right, since you started off, let's hear it. What you got to say about it?
Well, that's actually one of our more recent ones that we revisited. It's not that it's bad, it's just very all over the place.
Yeah, I like the newer one a lot better.
Yeah, the newer one has James Stewart in
Yeah.
it. Can't go wrong with Jimmy Stewart.
No.
And the older one, it just couldn't compare.
Yeah, the older, I mean, I would argue that from a technical standpoint, Alfred Hitchcock doesn't have a bad film,
No.
but I didn't like The Man Who Knew Too Much. I couldn't get into it. It was just, yeah.
Only for, what was it, like an hour and 20 minutes?
It's only an hour and 15, I think.
Hour and 15,
hour and
and
17.
And I still couldn't get into it, so. And I already felt like it was too long.
Somebody was pulling in like, what, while we're doing the video? Okay, so what's your number 29?
Number 29 was Foreign Correspondent.
Okay, that's a little bit higher up for me.
Well, what was your number 29?
What weren't you going to talk about?
Oh,
Foreign
yeah.
Correspondent?
Foreign Correspondent. Honestly, it's been a while since I've seen it, but.
No, it hasn't. We watched it like 2 weeks ago.
Are you serious? Well, that tells you why it's so low on my list. It's good. If I could have just watched something and not really recall too much, I think I wasn't really that into it. So, oops.
Alright, I'll talk about it a little bit when we get there. Okay, my number 29 is Topaz. Now, now, the one thing that I do remember from Topaz is the film was long, or it felt like it was too long. Because I do remember when we watched it when we were at the old place. I remember I was laying on the futon, like, I think I was like half asleep, and I was just waiting for it to end. But I don't fall asleep during movies. I don't like to. She does.
I don't like to. It just kind of happens.
But
I think it happened in Foreign Correspondent too.
no, that's not good.
Well, but being disinterested enough to kind of
Can't
go
do
home.
that. No.
Sorry.
But yeah, Topaz, it just didn't click for me. So, what's your 28?
Topaz.
28 is Topaz? Okay.
Same thing. I mean, it was, I don't remember hating it, but it wasn't something that I was very passionate about.
I like the location it was set in.
Yeah, it was the
It's like,
Cuban
yeah.
Missile Crisis, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so I like the location that it was in.
Yeah, the location was really good. It's just, I think it was
Yeah, absolutely. My number 28, I'm probably gonna get some hate for this one. The Lady Vanishes. I did not, up until the very end of it with the train and the shoot, like that was my favorite part of The Lady Vanishes. Everything else, it just, I don't know, it kind of drug on, and now everybody's against me now because it seems like it's higher up on your list. They probably all hate me, but you know what? Whatever. I have it at number 28. But it's on Criterion, so it's your number 27.
My number 27. I have to look up a little bit about this one too.
What?
I just looked it up, but I forgot.
I seen which one it was though.
Yep, the 39 Steps, and I know I'm gonna get some hate for that.
Yeah, I'll probably get some hate where I have it too, but
It's just another one of those things where I don't remember too terribly much about it, so I probably wasn't too terribly interested. Line tries to help a counter-espionage agent, but when the agent is killed, then the man stands accused must go on the run to save himself and solve a spy ring which is trying to steal top-secret information.
no, dang it. All right, we'll just move on. My number 27 is The Lodger.
Yeah.
I liked it. I mean, I thought it was good. I mean, I've seen a select few silent films. There are people out here that have seen Japanese silent films. I just seen a meme for that. It was funny. Well, at least funny to me. But I have watched quite a few silent films, a good handful of silent films, and I'll say The Lodger is one of the better ones. Also Haxon, if you've ever seen Haxon is really good.
Can't really top Charlie Chaplin.
No, Charlie Chaplin, yeah, Charlie Chaplin, but it was good for what it was. But you know, it just compared to the other ones, I don't know. I'll just leave it at 27. So.
Well, no surprise, it was also 26 for me. The Lodger was. So.
Oh, you're on 26. Okay, yeah.
So you did 27, back to 26. So yeah, The Lodger was good for what it was, and it still did beat out quite a few.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
it's
good.
good.
For
Yeah.
a silent film. It's just unfortunately silent films aren't as easy to get into unless it's Charlie Chaplin.
Which I enjoy silent films. I'm not saying that I don't. It's just I prefer films with sound more than silent films. I mean, that's just the truth.
Kind of how it is. Yeah.
My number 26 is his last film, Family Plot. The thing is, now I guess we're getting into the great category because I liked it. I thought Family Plot was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. It's got a young Bruce Dern. Alfred Hitchcock done a really good job of keeping up with the times.
Oh,
I mean, he really did. Because, I mean, some of his masterpieces were made when he was like, what, 60? Something like that? Late 50s?
it had to be.
What? Like, it's crazy to me. But I'll keep it short so we can go on. But, yeah.
Alright, number 25, I had Torn Curtain, which it kills me because I was so excited to watch this one, and maybe that was my downfall because I was like, oh my gosh, was it Julie Andrews and Paul Newman?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, what an all-star cast! I can't wait, and it just fell a little bit short for me. Honestly, I like Hitchcock, but the espionage ones I don't like.
I can see
as
that.
much as
Yeah.
the murder ones.
Yeah.
Which that sounds really
We
bad.
like
I know.
murder! Murder!
Muck duck.
What?
It's from The Office.
Oh,
Don't call it muck duck.
I've seen The Office, by the way.
Just not as much as I have.
Number 25 is Spellbound. So, this was one I would like. I know it has a Criterion. It doesn't have, but it has the old school Criterion DVD, which I didn't get because it was like really expensive. So I ended up picking up the normal DVD. And from what I remember, I enjoyed it. I mean, I did, but it was the one that had that really weird dream sequence. You know what I'm talking about? You remember that? Yeah.
I remember that. That's what I liked about it.
That was the best part about the movie, and that was really good to see Alfred Hitchcock do something like that. That was really cool. But yeah, I just, it's decent. I thought it was good. Not his best, but all right. What's your 24?
24, I had Family Plot as well.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was his last one. He kind of already discussed it a little bit, but
Yeah, because you think like The Lodger came out in I think 1927, and then Torn Curtain came out in almost 1980, 1976.
When did Family Plot come out?
Wait, which one did I say? Family Plot was 1976.
Well, I can tell you right now.
Uh-oh. Alright, well.
Maybe I can't. Oh yeah, 1976.
Yeah.
You're right.
What movie did I say?
You said Torn Curtain.
No, I did not. I'm sorry.
I was like, wow.
My number 24 is 39 Steps. We kind of just went on too long about 39 Steps, so alright, what's your number 23?
23 was I Confess, which is actually...
Oh, we watched that one last night. That was our last one, yeah.
That was our last one, and actually, I really liked it, which some of you may or may not know, I'm Catholic, so I'm kind of a sucker for movies with the Catholic Church.
And I'm gonna say my catchphrase.
He came up with that by himself.
I did too. I think it's hilarious as shit.
But it was actually really good. I like the whole concept behind it, and I did the one part that I think is pretty funny about that, how it's a German guy that's like the bad guy, you know, because this came out in the 40s.
Yeah.
So of course it was like, a German.
No, we did that on accident.
Yeah. Like, oh, I killed for money.
That's stupid. Not what you said. It's just like you just every bad guy had to be German in the 40s, but it wasn't because of. Oh gosh. Okay, my number 23 is Foreign Correspondent. Just to elaborate a little bit on it, it's
a little harder than I had it.
Well, the windmill scene is well done. I mean, it's very pretty, and I think it was actually a backdrop. Yeah, it was a backdrop, and it had its moments. The final plane with the water, like them the water. That was actually really good.
That actually was really good.
Excuse me. Woo. And yeah. So, what's your number 22?
Number 22 was Notorious.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you were going to get some hate on that one. Okay, I do not feel bad about the Lady Vanishes anymore.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I liked it, but it's just one of those. I just can't get as much into his espionage movies. I just can't.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean,
it sucks because I want to like them, and I do like them, but I just don't like them as much as some other ones.
My number 22 is Torn Curtain. Same thing. I was really excited because Paul Newman, and it was good. I mean, it was a good film. I mean, it's my number 22. But you know, like I think it was a hype thing because I love Paul Newman. And Paul Newman and Alfred Hitchcock together, like that's awesome.
I was just too excited, I think, and then just kind of let down. But let me move on.
Yep. What's your number 21?
Number 21 is The Lady Vanishes.
Dang, higher up the name.
Well, higher up the name. Which actually, we're kind of Foreign Correspondent and Lady
Basically,
Vanishes
yeah.
kind of flip around. But yeah, Lady Vanishes, I really loved it. I loved the whole concept, and I think I was actually the one that was like, hey, I really want to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Let's get it. So, but I just liked it. I liked the whole concept, and I love anything with the train, like the train scenes. I don't know why.
There's a lot of trains in Alfred Hitchcock's films.
Trains in Alfred Hitchcock's films, but it's just, I like the setting of a train. And then for someone to just vanish off a train.
You'll love Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh, really?
Like, well, my number 21 is I Confess. The one that we watched last night. I enjoyed it. I thought it's a very simple Hitchcock. It feels like it does not go many places.
Not at all.
Like they're literally just in just a few locations, and I think that works a lot, especially if you can utilize it really well. So I liked it. I thought it was good. Also Montgomery Clift, you know, like seeing him work with Alfred Hitchcock, that's great. But you know, I mean, it wasn't really anything too crazy because there's really no mystery or there's no like suspense. You know, like you already know what happens. You're just watching the repercussions of it.
Yeah.
So
it's another one of the Hitchcock. I need to clear my name.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Which I love Hitchcock for that. He does that in a lot of things. It's like, Man on the Run from
But you can't beat his murder. Okay, what's your number 20?
Number 20 was Spellbound, actually.
Okay.
And this is another one that I had seen clips of, and I was like, oh, I really want to watch Spellbound.
I did too.
But I just, for its time, I feel like it was very advanced.
Yeah.
I mean, for like the dream sequence and all the, which it was their.
It's a very different film for Hitchcock, I feel.
Yeah, it was their kind of psychology. Like, you know, things have obviously advanced a lot since then.
Yeah.
But just like the whole, I don't know.
Lit.
Lit.
My number 20. So now we're getting into the top 20.
Yeah.
I love all of these films, by the way. So I really like. I think all of these are superb films. But my number 20 is The Man Who Knew Too Much with James Stewart. I love the whole Morocco and like his kid. You know, like it's so much. It's better done. Well, it was more well done than the original one.
Honestly, I think we should go back and rewatch it now that we have Silas. It might hit different.
No, it won't for me.
No?
No.
I might go back.
I tried to get into. I was doing my little thing for the Michael Haneke films ranked and talking about the scene from Funny Games, which I won't spoil.
Oh, God.
And it's like, and most people it would bother, but me, I'm just like, oh well.
Stuff like that bothers me now.
Maybe I'm just sick.
Don't look at the camera like that.
But yeah, I like it. I think it's better than the original. We'll just leave it at that.
Number 19, I had Frenzy. I actually really liked Frenzy.
Yeah, that's actually I think the most gruesome out of Alfred Hitchcock's films.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's definitely the most gruesome.
Cause I'm weird. I like fake serial killer stuff. I don't like real serial killer stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, was that his only like actual serial killer
maybe. I'm thinking so. Yeah, I love serial killer stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean it's definitely his most brutal film. The scene with the potatoes and stuff, that was so good. That was so good.
Oh, that was so good. I love that movie.
My number 9, and this is our first Alfred Hitchcock film we'd ever seen.
Oh wait.
No, it wasn't. No, I'd seen. Never mind.
Well,
it was
counting Psycho or anything.
Yeah, because Psycho was the first Alfred Hitchcock film that I'd seen. I'd seen that like way back, but this was the one that we started off.
What was it? The Wrong Man?
No, number 19, Saboteur.
Oh, I thought the first one we started off with was The Wrong Man.
No, it was Saboteur.
Oh.
Yeah, because we started off with this set.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, it was Saboteur.
Yeah, and that one was like, I mean, there's a scene with a dude getting set on fire and all that stuff. It was good. It's a good on the run film. Yeah, it's. I think it's one in terms of like location wise, because it goes places. Like it goes a lot of places. I enjoyed Saboteur. I thought Saboteur was great. So, what's your number 18?
My number 18 was Lifeboat.
Oh, okay.
I actually really like Lifeboat.
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably had a little bit higher up. But I like how it's just set on the lifeboat. You just get to see all the characters come out a lot more. I'm a sucker for those one location films.
Yeah. They're cool. I like them.
Yeah. Like it's cool when you can go all these different places, but when you can actually have a solid story in one spot, I just have a lot of appreciation for it. So I really like Lifeboat.
My number 18 is Frenzy. I won't touch on that too much longer. I like the scene with the potato sacks. I think it's his most brutal film. I love the ending. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a really good film. So what's your number 17?
My number 17 was The Man Who Knew Too Much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We just kind of touched on that, but love Jimmy Stewart.
Yep.
Love him so much. He's probably one of my favorite older actors.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But without him, I don't think the film would have done as good. But it's still, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. We pretty much already talked about it, so I'm not going to go on too long.
we'll stumble our words here a little bit because we don't make videos together often.
No, and
So-
this is probably the first time I've had an actual strong drink in a while, so
Yeah.
sorry.
We get a little nervous around each other. No, I'm joking. Okay, my number 17 is Dial M for Murder.
Oh, okay.
Which, you know, honestly, 3D, what? I don't care.
Did we watch it in 3D?
We did watch it in 3D.
We did, didn't we?
I think we did.
At least, I know.
And the thing is, I don't remember it being in 3D.
I think we may have started to watch it 3D and we were just like, screw it.
Yeah. I mean, we watched this one at your parents' house
Yep.
while they were gone. We went in there and we just watched it on their 3D TV.
We had a 3D TV.
Yeah, I
We
like
might as well put it to use.
Might as well, you know.
Alex and Silas's nursery.
Yeah.
But to be fair, 3D movie at the time.
Yeah,
That's
no,
pretty
no.
high.
I don't know. I applaud its advancement for the time.
Yes.
You know, that's cool and all, but like, if I'm watching something in 3D, I want something to like come out and grab me in the face and just.
Like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
I don't care about that. No, I'm joking.
Have you ever seen, off topic, have you ever seen Frozen in 3D? That first scene with the ice pick? Really good. Okay.
What's your number 16?
The number 16 was Saboteur,
Okay.
which that's the one we kind of just touched on already.
You keep saying your list is so much different than mine, but
I
it's
thought
not.
it was a lot different. Maybe not. Maybe the top 10 is a lot different. But Saboteur, I actually really like that one. I thought that was, besides Psycho, that was probably my first actual
Yeah.
Hitchcock movie that I watched besides my little Cracker Barrel set that I got. But that was I think it was the perfect way to start off our journey was the Saboteur.
And you know you bought that set thinking you had all this.
I did. I really did. I was like, well, I've got the whole Hitchcock set now.
That's so bad. You'd have to do. Oh god.
Just go to Cracker Barrel.
Oh god. Why is that so fucking funny? Okay. Number 16. People think like we have more in our drinks than just alcohol. My number 16 is Lifeboat. That's the one that Kino Lorber made Kino Lorber has its own release.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I like the one location films. I mean, technically speaking, when you're talking about Lifeboat in a one location, is that really even a one location? I mean, you're basically just on an object, you know?
That's true.
At that point, you're just on an object in the water.
It's
So-
not even a location. It's just.
Yeah, so I liked it a lot, but I won't touch on that anymore. You touched on it enough. What's your number 15?
The number 15 was The Wrong Man.
We need to have one that lines up.
I
The only
know.
one that lines up is our last one.
See, they're pretty different for the most part.
Kinda.
Like The Wrong Man, but you know, just I like some other ones a little bit better.
I have it higher up on my list, like a lot higher.
Really?
Yeah, so I'll talk about it.
Okay, good. You'd probably be more equipped to talk about it.
My number 15 is To Catch a Thief.
You're so close.
Cary Grant.
Can I tell you my number 14?
Okay, so if your number 14 is that, we might as well.
Yep, my number
Okay.
14 is To Catch a Thief.
It's a pretty movie.
It is.
It's a pretty
beautiful.
movie, and it's very consistent. It's very consistent. Like, I always knew what was going on. Oh, and the ending at the
Oh,
ball,
man.
the costume. Shit was so pretty. I love that shit. Oh.
Man, see, I thought at this point in our journey, I thought, okay, well, we've probably seen all the Hitchcock essentials, so we'll just kind of.
No, To Catch a Thief
Yeah.
is definitely essential.
To Catch a Thief is essential.
Definitely. It also has a Paramount Presents release as well.
Oh,
So.
is that the one we have?
So
But I loved it. Cary Grant, you can't beat Cary Grant.
No.
He's,
yeah. That's why I'm excited to watch Charade.
I'm really excited to watch Charade too.
My number 14 is actually, I think it's Alfred Hitchcock's favorite film he ever made, Shadow of a Doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Yeah.
His favorite.
What's my number 14? No, I'm joking. I'm just kidding.
he wakes up from his grave.
He's like
14.
What? No, it's good. I like the It's between the niece and the uncle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that relate. A little bit weird. But I liked it. I think it's a good. Like I said, now we're getting into like the really good Hitchcock. Like I love all of these films going forward. Is Shadow of a Doubt higher on yours?
It's actually very high.
Okay, well don't spoil yours.
I won't. I'm just saying it's a lot higher than you had it.
Well then I'll let you touch on a little bit more.
Okay.
So what's your number 13?
Number 13 was Dial M for Murder, which we kind of just touched on a second ago. But I really like the concept of it, because that's the one where they had the phone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got sent to jail and he was innocent or something like that. Yeah. So, like I said, it's been a little bit since we watched it, but I still remember.
So we're gonna touch on them just a little bit.
Yeah, those we can touch on just a little bit. There's some that I remember a lot about, but that one not really. But I remember really liking it.
My number 13 is Notorious. It should be higher. Well, some people this is their favorite Hitchcock film.
So sorry.
Yeah, this is like number one on a lot of lists. I love the cellar scene. The scene in the cellar.
Oh
yeah. That it's just when you look at it. No, I'm not gonna say this because I'm gonna piss a lot of people off. So I'm not. I'm not even gonna say.
Whisper it.
Anyway.
You don't want to hear.
Yeah, so don't even worry about me. But no, it's good. I love all of these films going forward. Notorious, I mean, it's a great film. It's just compared to his other works, I think things have been done a little bit better. But that's just me. I could be wrong.
Well, you can't say anything. I had it like bottom of the barrel.
You had it. We need to make sure people don't figure out where we live.
I know.
After this is bad.
You don't see our outside.
Before you get in your car every morning, you need to check your tires.
Alright, what number?
What's happening? What's your number 12?
I'm drinking, that's what's happening. My number 12 was Rope, which I absolutely love that movie.
Oh, is your number 12?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well I'm gonna go ahead and say mine. My number 12 is Rope.
Really? Hey!
I bet you didn't rewatch it.
No, I didn't.
Did you know I watched it with Gavin?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know that.
Okay.
See, because I remember that you liked it so much that you're like, I have to show Gavin this.
Yeah, because everybody's like, oh, these one-shot films are so gimmicky. No, they're impressive. They're impressive. One thing that I can safely say, is after shooting The Hunt for August Red or anything that I've filmed, imagine doing a 10-minute long scene with all kinds of stuff happening, moving room to room. That is impressive. That is very impressive. Now, I guess somebody that's like not into filmmaking as much, or just somebody that just enjoys watching movies, maybe I could see how that could be gimmicky, but I think it's impressive. When I watch Rope, I'm like, that is so cool they were able to do that. Especially back in like the 50s. I think it was actually Alfred Hitchcock's first color film.
Really?
I think so.
And it was an apartment too. I don't even think it was a full-on house.
No, it was just in an apartment, and I don't think they never broke the 180 rule or whatever, where they stay on one half. So basically, like things are going on in front of us right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just happening in front. I don't think they ever switched to the other side. They might have. I could be wrong. If they did, they definitely did it in one take.
Yeah,
so,
they did good.
Okay.
Right.
Number 11.
Number 11, I had Marnie.
Number 11, Marnie.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, one more time.
So I actually have a fun fact about Marnie, and this is something that a lot of people probably don't know.
Really?
So Ty West, his first film that he ever made called The Roost, the barn that they used is the same barn they used in Marnie.
Oh, really?
I read that on the trivia on IMDb.
Well, Marnie, that was the one with Sean Connery, right? Mm-hmm. Gotta love Sean Connery.
I love Sean Connery.
I mean, the psychology behind it, of course, is a little bit dated, but for the time, I think it was really cool. I mean,
Yeah, it definitely is. I don't know if it'd be a film that'd be made today.
Oh, probably not, because isn't he a little bit like, all right, we're getting married, and you can't say anything about
He
it.
big man. He big man.
Yeah, he big man. He's like, all right, we're gonna.
Sean Connery is something else.
He is, but I actually really liked it.
Yeah, it was.
It ended up with a happy ending.
Yeah, I liked Marnie a lot. It's kind of different for Hitchcock too. It's another one of those sort of psychological films, you know, like I don't know. He's got his psychological films, his espionage films, his murder films, and then you know. But okay, so what? That was your number 11.
Yep.
Okay, we're hitting our top 10s.
Wow. Number 10, Suspicion.
Oh, okay. We're not too far off.
Not too far off. Okay. Well, Suspicion. I love those types of films. I love is he about to kill me? Like, what's going on here? Just really big fan of that.
I'll tell this fun fact like it too.
Okay.
My number 10, and I'm about to piss everybody off, is Vertigo.
Aw.
Vertigo is like known as the second greatest film ever or something on the, I forget what it's called. I know it goes Citizen Kane, Vertigo, hell, it might have even switched by now. I like Vertigo though. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's just, there's other Hitchcock films that I like better.
That's fair.
I mean, I have nothing else to say about it. I just like other ones more. So, what's your number? That was my number 10. So what's your number 9?
Number 9 is Strangers on a Train.
Okay.
But it's just such a cool concept. I mean, what if you were just talking to a crazy person on a train? You know, you're just having a normal conversation with someone, and then they go out and kill someone. You know, it's just that kind of uneasy feeling that it brings you.
Cinephile in me is being really bothered. We forgot that.
Do you want me to look it up?
Yes, because I think.
You start talking about your next
Okay,
one.
so I'm on number 9, right? Number 9? Yep,
Yeah.
Suspicion. So there's actually a scene. Do you remember the milk in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
They actually put a light bulb in the milk to make it stand out.
Really?
Yeah. And what was the one dude that's in it? He's like, old boy, old boy. Someone do. I'm gonna go up to everybody. Old boy. But yeah, I mean, I won't touch on. I mean, I enjoyed Suspicion a lot. Except that one dude is a damn bum. He's a bum. Cause isn't he basically just like living off his wife, kinda?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a damn bum.
He's a bum.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was Farley Granger.
Okay. Yes. What's your number 8?
Number 8, which this might get a little bit of hate. I'm still kind of up there, but North by Northwest. Yeah. I know. But don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. And that plane scene is just a classic.
Oh yeah.
It is so good. You're just
just
walking
the little Mount Rushmore scene.
I mean, just a little Rushmore scene. I remember the plane a lot more than I do the Mount
Yeah.
Rushmore.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you keep talking about it all.
No, but when he's just like, I don't know, cause isn't he like out in the middle of nowhere?
I mean, he's on the cover, yeah.
Yeah. So
Basically, yeah.
very good though. That's probably one of my favorite spy movies that he had. Was
Yeah, I like North by Northwest. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
yeah.
So my number 8 is The Wrong Man.
Really?
And I love how they sort of open up the film talking about like this actually happened, the dentist and stuff. And
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah, and it's cool. And who is the lead in that? It's you were just asking. I'm gonna let you look it up to get your reaction.
Henry Fonda.
Yeah.
Man, I love Henry Fonda.
I know.
Too.
And like, I don't know. I like The Wrong Man a lot. That was one that whenever I watched it at the time, I was like, oh, you know, we've already watched all the good ones, and then I watched The Wrong Man, and I was like, it's like, wow, that's really good. But what's your number 7?
My number 7 is actually Shadow of a Doubt.
Oh, so yours is high. Okay.
Yeah, mine was high. Well, I like the little town that it's set in. First of all, I like how you can just walk around. Like they walk to like the mall or something, which I don't think it was a mall at the time, but anyway, it's just all these little fun facts, and it was Hitchcock's favorite, so I already went into it knowing that it was gonna have a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
I think the main character was named after like his wife or someone like that, so just a lot of connections to his personal life that came into it.
Yeah.
So I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah,
A
absolutely.
little bit weird, but beautiful.
My number 7 is Stranger on a Train.
Okay.
I love the carnival sequence.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. It's
This is
so
good.
atmospheric. So atmospheric. But yeah.
Wasn't it like the Love Boat or something like that?
Yes.
Yes.
I won't touch on it more. I won't waste any time. I know we need to keep moving, but yeah, I love Strangers on a Train.
Yep, me too.
What's your number 6?
Number 6 was Trouble with Harry.
Okay.
I know. I think yours is pretty.
I'm about to talk about that one.
Yeah, he's about to go on about that one. But I love Trouble with Harry. But I love that little town it's set in.
Oh.
My gosh, I would live there in a heartbeat.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, what was it? I think it was set in Vermont because I looked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to live in this little town. But it's
We kind of live in a town like that, except it's like
not as pretty.
1,000 times bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger and not as pretty. But I digress.
Yeah. Okay, well, my number 6 is The Birds.
Really?
I love The Birds. Okay, actually, no. I don't think Psycho was my first Hitchcock film.
Really?
I think I seen The Birds when I was 5 or 6.
Really?
Yep. Yes, because I remember the one scene that I remember the most is whenever they're outside the house, they're kind of looking and it's like on the car and stuff. The Birds, so atmospheric, so chilling too. Just think about it though. Just sit down and sort of think about just the birds just all out.
All the sounds.
I love The Birds. Oh my god. Going back and talking about some of these movies, I just want to rewatch them again so bad.
I know, me too.
I love Alfred Hitchcock. Okay, what's your number 5?
My number 5 was actually The Birds too.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
not two, but
The Birds too.
The Birds too. But my grandma's worst fear is actually birds. So just knowing that, like, if she had watched it, which she never would, I wouldn't let her. She would probably have nightmares forever. But that's like an actual big fear that some people have. So that was one of the first, I think, horror movies that was targeted towards a specific group of people.
Yeah.
You know, because they have ones now, like stuff
Well,
that you see like they take stuff that you see every day and make it horror.
Yeah, I mean, this probably sparked fear in people.
It probably did spark fear in people.
So.
It's a little bit freaky thinking about it. If all the birds did kind of bond together and just start coming at us, we'd be screwed.
Yep. Well, my number 5 is North by Northwest.
Oh, okay. Not too terrible.
I love it. The Mount Rushmore scene. Cary Grant. I mean, I don't know. You can't go wrong with North by Northwest. One of the most iconic films ever made. Honestly, I'll probably get slack for it being solo, so you'll definitely get slapped. No, I'm joking. But I didn't say slapped. I
What'd you say?
said slack.
Oh. Here's your slap.
But all right. So what's your number? I'm switching my 3 and 4.
Okay.
Okay. What's your number 4?
My number 4 was Vertigo.
That's
So-
pretty high up there for you.
Yeah, it is pretty high up there. But I'm gonna go on and on about James Stewart. Love that man. But it was just, for its time, I think, very, very good.
Yeah.
And of course, it's regarded as one of the best
Yeah.
movies ever made. So I went into it knowing that, and it pretty much met those expectations, which is kind of a big thing. Because if I went into it like, oh, this is the best movie ever made, it's got to be fantastic. And if it wasn't as good, it wouldn't have been half on my list. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like Citizen Kane, when we watched that, I went into it. Oh, this is the best movie ever.
Yeah,
And
which
it didn't
Citizen
deliver.
Kane is still a really good film.
No, it's still really
yeah.
good, but I like Vertigo more than it a little bit more.
Okay. Well, my number 4 because I'm switching these because I had no idea. My number 4 is Rear Window.
Really?
James Stewart again. That one location, seeing him like with his leg broken and everything, trying to solve this murder, so good. So good. But I'm not, look, I have a feeling it's higher on your list, so I'm probably just gonna like quit talking about it. Although, there's some tense scenes in the film. Like the one where she's in the house and he's watching with the binoculars. Oh, that's so good.
Or when they're in the garden.
Yeah, and I actually got Gavin a copy of that film.
Oh yeah, did he watch it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he liked it. Yeah, so that's my number 4. So what's your number 3?
My number 3 was Rebecca.
What time is it?
7:58.
Woo!
We're almost there.
We're almost there.
But Rebecca, I really, really liked it. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. I knew it was one of his only. That's his only one that won an Academy Award, right?
Yes, he didn't win. The producers got it.
Oh,
That's
film.
there's one film that did win. It won Best Picture. So.
So I'll let you talk about that one a little bit more. So I think it's a little bit higher up on your list. So.
Well, my number 3 is Trouble with Harry.
Oh wow!
I love Trouble with Harry. I love it. I love the colors, the atmosphere, the story, everything about it. Trouble with Harry is the.
And it's the. Oh, we just met. I love you.
Yes, that's the thing about all Alfred Hitchcock's films. It's like, hey, what's your name? Oh, Samantha, sweet, I love you.
I'm ready to get married tomorrow.
I'm ready to get married tomorrow. Yeah, I love Trouble with Harry. One of my favorite films ever. I love it. I think it's just superb, and it's funny, and it's just like, you know, the scene where the body's just laying there and everybody just keeps walking up. I love Trouble with Harry. So.
I wasn't expecting it because I'd never heard of it before, except for in the box set. Like you've heard of the birds. And
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that stuff.
It's definitely one of Alfred Hitchcock's most underrated films. For sure. For sure.
Absolutely.
So what's your number 2?
My number 2 is no surprise here, Psycho.
Oh, that's my number 2.
Is it really?
Yeah. Did you ever read the book?
No, I did not read the
did.
book. He beat me on that one.
Yep. Honestly, I would say the book is a little bit more. It's a little bit more disturbing because, well, Anthony Perkins he's not really like, you know, he's not really like the typical, you know, mama's boy gonna kill you kind of guy.
Yeah.
Which I guess Ted Bundy wasn't either. But in the book, Norman Bates is described in a very different way. And I love how the book, I like how the story is told in the book. But I could definitely see how Alfred Hitchcock read that and was like, I gotta make a movie about this. This is crazy. Because even knowing the twist going in the first time that I did watch Psycho, I still loved it.
I know.
I've never seen any of the sequels, but we have the sequels. We have all of them.
We do.
But we haven't had a chance to watch them yet. But yeah, Psycho, I mean, that's a no-brainer.
I mean, that was another fun fact. Wasn't that the first shot of a toilet flushing ever?
Yeah, because everybody's like, oh, a toilet just flushed in your film? What the hell?
Another one of Hitchcock's just, let's see how far I can push it.
Alright, we're at our number 1. I know what your number 1 is.
And I know what your number 1 is.
So you go ahead and talk about yours.
This Rear Window.
Alright, I knew it. I
Absolutely loved Rear Window. I got so into that movie. I kept going back and forth. Is that guy the killer? Is he not? I'm like, yeah, he is. Wait, no, he's not. That's not possible. And James Stewart, of course, made it. The girl that was in it, she was also in another one we just watched. I forget her name. Yeah, just look it up. But absolutely, I mean, it's the inspiration for.
We need to quit drinking. We forget these names.
I know. Well, I'm terrible with names anyway. But
Grace Kelly.
Grace Kelly.
Yeah, how the
Yes. Oh my gosh. Just the thought of being cooped up in a house and that's the only thing you can do is just, you know, look out the window, do whatever. And then you think you see a murder and then there's something you can do about it. You can't get up and move.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely fantastic. Just loved it so much. I want to rewatch it again. But Yeah, see, it's the inspiration for so many things nowadays that people don't even know.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those classics that everybody needs to watch.
Well, my number one. My favorite Alfred Hitchcock film, my number one is suspense. Drum roll, please. Rebecca. Rebecca is one of my favorite films in the history of films, everything. I loved Rebecca. I remember too, I kind of dreaded it because you're like, oh, well, we got to watch Rebecca, you know, like it's a part of it. And I wasn't really that excited to watch it. And then I watched it and I was like, oh God, this film's amazing. Nothing bad. And honestly, you know what? I'm going to say it and I don't care. I think it has a bigger twist than Psycho.
Really?
I think that scene where you figure out about I don't want to spoil it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
I think that was way more impactful than Psycho. I think Rebecca is an underrated masterpiece. I love Rebecca.
It is.
It's so good. That's in my top 5 favorite films ever.
Man.
I love Rebecca.
And the thing is, whenever someone brings up Hitchcock, they don't bring up Rebecca.
No.
Just.
No, and it's, I mean, hell, it's even your number 3, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I loved it. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was one of those I wasn't expecting to be good. Like,
Yeah.
I knew it had won an Academy.
Well, we knew it was going to be good.
Well, yeah,
but
we knew it was going to be good.
I didn't know it was going to, like, change my life.
I haven't seen the remake, and I don't really want to either.
I might check it out one day, but Alfred Hitchcock's Rebecca was. So that's it.
We watched our Hitchcock.
We did our Hitchcock video. I know a few of you guys have been waiting for it, and hopefully we were able to reach out to more people. And it's been a fun journey. We decided we'd have a little drink for it, you know, just having fun. She hasn't had a drink in a while because she's been pumping, breastfeeding, whatever. Yeah, whatever it's called.
I'm gonna be waiting a while to pump again because.
And if you notice, this video is filmed a little bit differently than my other ones because I'm filming off my camera. You know, and speaking of that, we're still editing the Hunt for August Red, but we're almost done. Can't wait to share more of that with you guys. And just this has been so much fun filming this. So thanks for coming by, pal.
Thank you, sir.
Well, and
just head on home.
Head on home. Go ahead and leave. Oh, I thought you were actually going to walk off.
All right.
Oh. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Hope you're staying safe out there. And we will see you guys next time.
See ya.